In those days, Benin City was known as the city of blood. Witchcraft, cultism, and dark powers. They used human beings for sacrifice. But when the man of God came, Archbishop Benson from Church of God Mission, he changed all those things, he stopped all those things. He saw a vision whereby a big tree dried up from bottom to the top. So he started praying. That big tree that dried up was the soul of Edo State. So as he started praying, he said those trees begin to turn to green, started bearing fruits, So this same Benson every night around 12 a.m. in the morning, you go to Ring Road, the roundabout there, you will kneel down to pray. He prayed for like 7 days. He said the sixth time, he said the occultic people, they said they used blood to write his name in that place he used to pray. He said, but he was not afraid. He spoke in tongues. He said he was shaking as he was praying. He was shaking till the 7th day. So he came back to say that before those states will be free, there are people that need to die. All those occultic men that held those states bound. And it happened. So this same Benson later on, the world witchcraft made an announcement that they are going to have their meeting in Nigeria, particularly in Edo State, Benin. And their chief host is coming from India. When news carried it, people were so much afraid. But when man of God, the late Archbishop Benson heard it, he said that meeting is not going to hold. Not when I'm here. His own town, his own city, Benin City. That's where a man of God, a prophet of God is. He said witchcraft will not hold their meeting here. So when they heard it, when the witchcraft people heard about what the man of God has said, they said that no man will stop this meeting from holding, not even God. They believe so much on their power because of what they have done, what they have seen. So Benson said that God don't need to worry himself for this one because I'm here. And they prepared themselves, and Benson the man of God, also prepared himself. He was a powerful man of God. Go and read about him. So when they heard it, the leader was there. So people became so afraid, because they have heard so much about witchcraft. But they didn't know that the power of God is greater than every other power of darkness. So the day they hosted them, Benson went there straight. He did not even have time to discuss with any person, with any of them. He went there straight to the chief that came from India and pointed his hand at him and said, are you a witchcraft or not? Because if you say you are a witchcraft, you will die here and the whole world will see you. The man said that he's not a witch. Nobody knew what the man saw in the realm of the spirit. Nobody knew whether it's God's angel, but it was God's power that he saw that made him not to say he's a witch. He said he's not. So that's how Benson canceled the witchcraft meeting that was supposed to hold in Edo State. One man of God canceled the witchcraft meeting in Edo State. So the same Benson a chief judge, a well-known judge in Edo State, said that he threatened that he's going to rot in jail with all his power. All those men, they belong very deadly courts. They are so much as they are so much confident about it. But he didn't know that this man of God is a different one. If they have fallen any other one, not this Benson. So he said that he's going to rot in jail. Later on, this same judge that said Benson is going to rot in jail came to enroll for Bible school under Benson. So he became Benson student. What happened? He has seen the power of God. He has seen that there is real God. So that's how everything ended. And there was a time when Benson and his guests was traveling to Lagos. So they went to the airport. They were supposed to travel so that they will meet up on an appointment. So Benson and his guests enter the airport, the last flight, and they told them that the last flight is already booked, it's filled up. So Benson just went straight to the tarmac and addressed the crowd, the passengers, and pleaded with them that if they can just forfeit 2 seats for them. So the people ignored, just some people think, who does he think that he is? Some were pretending to be sleeping. It was one man from the back seat that stood up, him and his business assistants. He stood up. As they were going, Benson stopped him and said, "What's your name?" He said, "Dangote." He said, "What do you do?" He said, "I'm a businessman. This is my assistant." He said, "The world will hear about you. You will be blessed beyond measure, both Africa and the world." And today is the same. It's like that. And in the history of Africa, the whites has never invited an African preacher to come and preach in their church. Benson was the first African preacher who was invited to preach in the white man's church because of the grace and the power of God upon his life. He changed those states. He changed Nigeria, Africa, and the world with the power of God. He was so radical, so powerful, and influential. So this man, the government of his time said that he is not going to build the church where he built it today. Faith Arena is in GRA now. It was Babangida government. They threatened him and told him that he should not build that land. He should not build that church in that land, that it belongs to the government. Benson told them that God is the owner of land, not the government. And when he heard